Hello all, this is Zimnala coming back at you for another dungeon crawling adventure. When we left off last time, we went all the way down to floor 13, and we even managed to kill the Medusa without dying to her. That's a new accomplishment for this group. Let's see how our characters are doing. Our dwarf is still working their way through cleric. They're at level 46 so far. We're gonna get them to level 60 and then move them on to another guild. I'll probably get a little bit of thief on them just to give them some backstab, but maybe I'll hold off. I haven't decided, but maybe. Maybe I'll still do it. Let's see how the human's doing. We're at level 37 thief, so we're plugging right along. Now we're probably going to go all the way to like level 72 on this. It won't take that long. Thief levels up incredibly quickly. Our paladin is chugging along. We're going to get them to level 87. And our Oni is chugging their way through Explorer. They're going to go to 78. So maybe even this very stream, if we play our cards right, they'll be moving on to Barbarian. But yeah, that's how we're doing. Let's get on with it. Where do we want to start with for our runs? I'm deciding how spicy I want to make it. Well, I am thinking we go down to the Dwarven Lord and then we go out to that new area one more time. This may be a pretty short run. Our last few times trying this did not go well. But, you know, gonna keep trying until we make it somewhere in there. But we'll go in there, we'll use up our MP on mapping at least, and then we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. We'll map it out a little bit at a time. Now last time I actually went super high up and ended up falling down into the water area on 3, and so we didn't actually die, but the last 2 times that we did go in, we were basically killed by single enemies, so... a little demoralizing, but it's what happens when you're exploring a dangerous area. Anytime you explore somewhere you don't understand, you can potentially expect a few deaths when you do meet monsters that are too dangerous. It's just the way it goes. I mean, heck, when we get the spells to resurrect our characters, death won't even be, like, a real, like, stopgap unless it gets all of our members. So, at that point, then we'll have to start considering things. I suppose it helps if we actually put flight on our characters, doesn't it? Alright, now we get to go see our friend, the Dwarven Lord. I'm sure he'll be real happy to see us. Oh boy. I think he lasted, what, like 2 seconds? Sure, you guys can join us on this journey. We don't know where we're going yet. I'm sure it'll be somewhere fun. Those 2 dwarves will be what saves us. I mean, dwarves are relatively sturdy, so maybe they'll take a hit for us, or 2. Or maybe they'll just drown when we go underwater. It's just as likely, honestly. Oh, they're gone. They got scared away by the trap. Easy come, easy go. This is where we went in and got our shit kicked in. Do we...
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's right. This leaves us up. Right. And then down. We can check out this little area. This has something else going on to it. So it's not rock, it tells me. But what does that mean?
Whoa.
Man, this place is a real mess. I think mapping it out is going to be a real pain, but we're going to do our best. So this is floor 3.
Whoa.
Exciting.
Whoa.
No, that's actually not a wall. That's actually kind of interesting. So that's a corridor that runs along the whole perimeter.
Whoa. Whoa.
Alright, one of these will let me fly up and map this.
Whoa.
So some of this is rock.
Whoa. Bye-bye. Whoa.
Look at you being a secret wall to nowhere. What a great secret.
Whoa. Whoa.
Not a big fan of this particular region.
Whoa. Whoa.
I guess Let's clear it out so we can map easier. Okay. Oh boy, we're underwater. That's what we wanted to see.
Whoa!
We fell all the way to floor 10. That's pretty wild.
Whoa! Whoa!
So as long as we're careful, we might be okay.
Whoa!
And we got at it there, but I mean, this is what led to that cellar we went to, by the way. So. So that leads to a hallway that runs through there. So what was that? Right here? Can we go up that way? That's a way down, not a way up. Oh. Okay, so that's a way down, not up. Okay, so wherever that gets into that hallway, that's something to keep in mind. Oh. You are a stairway to somewhere spicy. You're just a big pile of secrets around here, ain't you? We can kill ants. Ants do not scare us. Ants are fine. So this is floor 11. These ants we can kill. I recognize them. Can we go up? We cannot go up. Okay. So, down looks like it's more of these guys. This place looks like a freaking nightmare maze, because I saw that there was a way that fell down from above too, so. We are certainly going somewhere. So we are on floor 16 currently. I think going deeper might be a terrible idea, so maybe we're gonna back up on that and see where it can take us. We can get out. Or this is a one-way journey that we can't choose where we're going anymore. Hornets aren't the worst. I'll be honest, I don't know how we're supposed to normally get out of this, because, like, all of these led to ways where we didn't have control over our directions. So I guess the answer is we teleport out, but that was a little weird, so we know not to go this way unless I'm missing something in this direction. But like we did explore somewhere new. Let us use our map area. Like I'm sure that all around us is actually like some interesting stuff that we are being showcased because like this is a hidden area and like this is probably like the way you're not supposed to go. This is like a penalty zone if that makes sense. But I did want to see what was going on. Okay. So let's go back to town. We can restore our nonsense. I don't think more than just our thief managed to level from that. But, oh, actually, we got an explorer level. That's not too bad. You almost leveled. Alright, let's go take care of that. We got 1,000 to go, so it wasn't the worst. It was at least interesting. We hadn't been there before. And our main goal was to map more, and we definitely did that. Like, that area is a bit of a pain to get around, but I'm sure there is some in-game stuff we do have to do there, so... we have to map our way through the nonsense to get to the good stuff.
Bye-bye.
Don't worry, we're going to do something more interesting after that. So we're going to go down to floor 11 and 12 and kick around again. Alright, I think our heal has taken over. It's now reached 8, which is where it gets better. Oh good, we got some more of these. They're always welcome in case something kills us. Keep in mind, if someone turns us to stone, we can't actually save them that way. So that would still require a return to town to save them. Okay. Sorry, I took a second to look at something. We are back on track. Alright, let's see if we got any bounties kicking around that we can do later. Tree ties are draining. Okay, the other ones are kills. We don't have to worry about kills because they'll just kind of happen. Oops, didn't mean to do the whole party. That's really expensive. We're just gonna reset that up. Someday it won't matter and we can just do that. So we are going deeper. So now we know that that side path will just dump us into a deep hole and leave us there to to die. That's kind of funny. I mean, I wonder what you're supposed to do in that scenario, because I actually don't know how one would get out. Maybe there was a hidden door I didn't see. But that is a reason to bring around the ability to get out of the dungeon when you need to. Because you could get stuck in that scenario. Also, just so you know, there is a button to kill your characters, so you could die and have rescuers find you. Maybe that's the intended solution. You're supposed to get trapped there and be forced to do that. That'd be pretty mean if that's the case, but it is possible. But that is intended. I won't lie, it feels pretty good to be back in the graveyard areas. I actually kind of really like this area. It's got an interesting aesthetic.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's about as good as it's gonna get. I think we're gonna pin long before the other people do, so. We'll have to decide if we want to cut the run short at that point and go back, or if we want to push through till everyone is settled. I'll decide as we go.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that little bit we have left to map on the lake, because I do have to go back to that area anyway at floor 100 for each of my warriors, so I can pop over there one of those times.
Cool.
Because there's a quest you need to do that takes you to that floor.
Bye-bye. Cool.
Man, that dwarf takes so much XP now. They're not even ready for the first level. And other people are already halfway to pinning. We don't have to worry about it. It's happening. We're winning.
Cool.
Oh, you're that guy. Okay. I forgot there was a Gale demon in there. They're not dangerous, we just can't hurt them. Oh, there's a mat when I didn't finish marking. Okay. There we go. I will say it's getting easier to open some of these lock chests, at least. And the cost for it's going down, so you can just try more times as well. So both things are happening. I'd say that amulet of health for my guys is doing a good job because I largely don't have to worry about their health being near the top. But I will say those guys still do hurt a bit, so use a little bit and top off a little bit. But other than some choice mobs like that, we are largely doing just fine. And honestly, that probably would have healed anyway. But still, doesn't hurt to use a little bit on it.
Cool.
Everything's so blue here.
Bye-bye.
Of course, you're in the last corner and your teleporter. Not worth dealing with.
Cool.
Oh good, more bells of Qualish. Who needs the actual spell to cast that? We'll just keep on getting more and more bells of Qualish to resurrect people with. Now what is interesting is this might be about the right EXP to go back to town the normal way, so maybe I'll poke my way in that direction. There we go, some real spotty. Oof. Yeah, we got a bad hit in there. Intelligence, intelligence, and charisma. Okay, so we lost 2 points of intelligence. One character lost 2 stats, so I can actually use an Ard for it. It's fine. We actually sold an extra thing of intelligence to the shop, so I'm gonna buy it back. So, we'll heal up. As long as I don't lose hit points, I'm not too broken up over it. But those were definitely a little harder and undead than we usually face. Those were from a floor or 2 deeper, so maybe those hallways do potentially lead deeper, but less often than before. Sure, something will give me enough XP to pin through a treasure trap. You do get experience when you successfully open treasure chests, so... I'll poke around. Oh, we'll get some ants. Something will pin us. You know what? We can run out here and use up our MP real quick. We are right around the corner from it, so maybe it's not the most riveting, but let's go blow our MP on mapping. Why not?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cool. Aww.
Yep, doesn't want us to map that location. Can we get there?
Whoa. Whoa.
Not really. See, that's the tricky thing, is we can't actually map some of the areas effectively because we can't reach them. Eventually, if we level up Explorer, our map area spell actually grows in area. And maybe that's how I have to do it. Still a real pain in the ass.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, so we're mapping out corners of this floor, but this is still a pretty annoying little corner.
Bye-bye.
I don't know where this goes, so maybe it's less annoying than the other spot, to be honest. It's possible. I guess it would be hard for it to be more annoying at this rate. this takes us to a ladder that takes us up. This takes us to another ladder that takes us up.
Bye-bye.
So we are at the top of the universe. For whatever reason, we're here. It is lagging a bit, so I'm gonna do what I can. It usually comes back to itself, so I'm not gonna worry about it. There we go.
Whoa! Cool.
So we're in a different corner of this place than I've ever explored, so I don't know what's going on here.
Whoa! Whoa!
Well,
Whoa!
that led us pretty deep.
Whoa!
Well, I don't know if we can get out of this corner.
Whoa!
Well, we are somewhere. So these are things we can enter inside of. This is interesting. We are very dead. Okay, that could have been worse, but wasn't great. Well, What we learned is that that is a death trap. So if you go through there, you have an anti-magic square that makes you fall down to your death. Potentially. I guess you also have a chance to fight your way out of it, but we were not strong enough for that. So we were on floor 21. Just so you know, that was wild. That was a drop of like 9 floors. Alright, let's get our other friends back. So if you all die in the same square, only one of you loses gold, because the other ones all get found at the same time. So, there's that at least. But that's what you get for exploring new areas. Oh man. That area makes no sense to me. I guess that's why you're supposed to be higher level than I am, but I mean, I'm being risky. I'm enjoying it. I like that part of it. So we needed one of these for our, I think it was Thief who got hit twice. Let's go raise those stats up a little bit. So our Oni also lost a point of intelligence, which kind of sucks. But we can fix that. I guess we'll start setting scrolls of spells to our Oni so we can map more. You can also use them to extend your runs, but I'd actually rather use it for mapping at this point. Those new areas are just way too big and have too many walls that you just have to use that map area on. Anything kicking here? Let's see. And nothing we actually need right now. Cool. So we're gonna go back down and enjoy the depths.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Well, I guess it wanted us to fight Medusa again. Guess we should be happy that she cast a spell on us instead of attacking us, because she can do some nasty stuff if she wants to melee you. But she decided to cast something like Leprosy on us, I think it was. I think that's the only poison spell that they cast. Unless there's higher level ones, I don't know. So. Much rather that than a melee attack, so. We got Medusa again. Alright.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Oh, good, another Ard. At this rate, I feel like we're gonna end up needing it. Ooh, we actually got a lot on this character, so we can swap things up a little bit. Okay.
Cool.
Serve decapitation, that's a little rare. This floor can be very dangerous. It's not always very dangerous.
Cool.
We're going to pin long before we get through this area. So. Gonna dip through it. I won't lie, this area does get a little laggy. Well, zebrats can be bad news, but we're flying, so we're a little safer from them. You guys are undead. We're on a journey to see if I can't get to somewhere in particular. Nice colors. Haven't seen these guys. The troll demons can paralyze you. They can be nasty. We have made it to a secret location. Welcome to the tea room. This place is an amazing place just to recover. I'm always going to make sure now that we're here that we can actually change this to be where our portals go. The, the beginning of the dungeon is nice, but what the thing is that in an emergency, this is even better because this spot right here heals you both mana and health quite a lot. So you can just teleport here, and if you're close to dying, it'll full heal you in about 10 to 15 seconds. So it's a better spot for get out of trouble free card. Okay, so we can't actually map those areas. But yeah, now that we've done that, we have unlocked more options. Because there's also 4 teleporters that lead to different places in there, and as you can see, we can survive a journey there. Potentially. Not for sure! Nothing is for sure in this dungeon. This can go in our cursed item spot. Eventually I'll actually trade him over to our cursed item character. I won't lie, I've kinda just been putting it off. It's okay, it's not like they're going anywhere, so it's fine. It's fine. So this is a new spell to our guild. We can actually add this one to the cleric guild. I was wondering if we could. We don't have all the spells unlocked, so it's always worth checking. You can go up front. So we can more or less head down a similar route, and I think probably some of this has regenerated. Why not? We can have a scorpion. Who's gonna stop us?
Cool. Cool. Cool.
So I'm gonna absolutely be honest with you. That floor we went on, 14, is a bad idea for us to go down to regularly right now. We are not ready for it. In a general sense. I did something risky. And I may do that risky thing again. But in a general sense, we as a party are not actually strong enough to fight all the enemies there. Those double spellcaster groups are not even the nastiest thing on that floor, but they are nasty enough to also be very dangerous to us. But any one of those could kill a single member if they get the right spells out, because we don't have every resist in the game at a decent enough level to resist that yet.
Cool.
This is the point where we really have to start considering leveling up resists, and that is the next thing our paladin is going to do soon, so it's definitely on my radar. It's coming up pretty soon in my plan.
Cool.
And once we add that into the rotation, we'll have some real options for what we do going forward.
Cool.
Because resists are largely the only thing keeping us from surviving those battles long enough.
Cool.
Kill them. Like, we do enough damage to kill them, but not consistently. And even if they don't kill us, keep in mind I'll do so much damage that we're going to need all the cleric that I'm currently leveling up just to stay healed. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go on a journey. Let's go find our lost friend. Where did you go, Spectre Gadget? To the right, 7, and behind us. Okay. Doesn't sound too far away. See, we did it. Look at me.
Cool.
I also could have like looked it on the map, but also I felt like I had an idea of where the area was. That's fine.
Cool.
Alright, we can fight these. We just have to take our weapons off. Fair enough. It decided means that there's 2 groups of them. Let's smash them down. Looks like the game really wanted us to do it, so we did it.
Cool.
Oh no, it scared our scorpion away. How tragic. That's right, I remember what happened. We came down here and decided that, we had enough experience to map up above, so... What we can do is go down this way. And then... Alright, we'll clear them. There is areas we didn't clear here, so we might as well do it. Since they really wanted us to go this way and kill the enemies, we did it.
Cool. Cool.
That's pretty lucky. We got another intelligence point. We can get us over to our giant next run. So we gotta change which alignment it is. And even with our explorer going up, we still have a decent chance to be completely lost, so there's still more we can do that way too. I don't like that they got the first
Cool.
hit, but it's not
Cool.
the biggest problem because they didn't actually drain anything.
Cool. 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 Cool.
So it is worth noting that I'm going to take advantage of the fact that we've cleared the way. We can get at least one more run out of that area. So I didn't want to do this until I made it downstairs the natural way.
Cool. Cool.
But we can totally just go over here anytime we want to and just go... Whoopsie doodle! Welcome to the forest! This place is absolutely wildly good for experience. It's a little loud. The ambient noise is a little crazy. But barring that, the XP here is actually intensely good. So we will actually pin extremely quickly. And there really isn't anything that's especially dangerous in this room. Except for maybe the tree ants, and then they are less dangerous to groups because they paralyze, and that's what makes them dangerous. And paralysis just doesn't do a lot to groups, usually.
Cool. Cool.
Suppose it's worth mentioning there's also that random extinguished square that can get you like the first time you're here if you're not a little careful. So we can add this to our rotation. That's our second character pinned.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Alright. I'll admit it is a little hard for our dwarf to pin, so. As you can see, they did paralyze the dwarf, so that is a credible threat that they face. Those were the tree ants. So I don't actually know what that second group was. Maybe it was that bent oak it said it would, but we misidentify monsters quite a bit down here. So, I mean, it could have been almost anything. So some of those mobs we fought, we actually can kill, believe it or not.
Bye-bye.
Well, if I line it up, I can probably add in a spell that could kill most of those other stuff. 16, 24, 100. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. So, you need the most experience. I am going to try to kill those Z-rats with that spell while flying. So they can't largely reach us while flying.
Bye-bye.
We did it. That got us a lot closer to pinning. Thing is that not all of these enemies are actually that dangerous to us, so we are going to pick and fight the enemies that are not that bad for us while we can.
Cool.
And this is why flying is just so good in this game. These guys are a little hard to hit, but honestly they're not that dangerous either, so you can just sort of do that to them. What I also remember is that some of the enemies this way were not that bad either. These guys is two groups of spellcasters, and I don't really want to deal with that. These are not especially dangerous. Try to get us to the point where we can pin. Let's see if we can find some easier enemies. Thieves are pretty easy. That's also easy enough. Yeah, we're not dealing with life drain. So yeah, we had a good run. So these right here are 4 areas, 4 different teleporters. This leads you to a part of 10. This leads you to a different part of 10. This leads you to 14. No, 13 actually. No, actually no, it is 14. That's right. That's 14. This leads you to floor number 8. No. So those teleporters do lead us to some nice places. There we go. We got a full round of level up. Alright, let's dip in and level up our stats, and then go back in and drop our money off. There we go. Check out the tavern while we're here, see if anything new's popped in. Nothing looks too exciting to me. Wasn't there a better armor we could use, though? I seem to remember something. Yep, we could wear this. Let us drop off this for our thief. Switch it in to here. So what else did we have options for? That wasn't promising. I think this was the next thing. This is 52. No, 48 actually. 48 will be good enough. You aren't all the way till 71, huh? Same with that, probably. This is a little earlier. That's 57. We're getting there. But yeah. Now we've got 80 left over after casting that. That's significantly better. So now where do we want to go? I'm a little surprised we didn't get hit with any actual required quests for a bit, but let's go back in deep and we'll work our way from there. Because we hardly cleared out at least 13, so if it hasn't spawned enough for us to clear out on this floor and on the one below, then we'll just go deeper. Who's gonna stop us? This does look promising. We get a little bit of something here, huh? So maybe this part of the floor at least respond.
Cool.
Yeah, if we pin again... Nope, I think we need to pin twice. Okay, we'll look at it when we get there. Whichever one gives me the usage level, it's either 77 or 78. It kind of gets fuzzy later on, like it kind of starts shifting downwards by one. Like it has a rounding error.
Cool. Cool.
is an interesting idea, is if it gets reasonable for him to cast, I could switch over to my giant casting fire and ice resist, because those lower level resists don't have the same high cost to them. So let's actually take a second and see what those are looking like. 21 on the party is 81. That might still be too much. Okay. Still probably better to have the sorcerer do it, even though he would cast it stronger. That's the thing, is he has a bunch more levels behind it, so it would probably get like another 5 or 6%, so that's what I was thinking. But that's way too expensive for him to be casting, so guess that's not the plan right now. I mean, the option for that is we could level him up a ton more, but also that's not going to happen for a bit, so probably just stick with sorcerer for the foreseeable future.
Cool.
With this generation.
Cool.
Oop, well,
Cool.
we get to play a fun new game. I guess it's not a new game. It's a game called Where Did Our Thief Go? Where'd you go, Spectre Gadget? I probably should have named you Carmen Sandiego. So it's to our left and in front of us by 22, so it's probably nearer the beginning. Not this room. Might be over here.
Hello there.
Yeah, there we go. See, I knew it was somewhere around there. That was a cute little sojourn, huh? Well, that's fine. As you can see, it didn't even take us too far out of our way. Now, why did it try to keep us from fighting in this room? And yeah, well, I can load my character and find them that way. I think it's safer to do it the way I just did it, in case the room is filled with undead. Because that sounds like a great way to get them to lose stats.
Cool. Cool. Bye-bye. Cool. Cool.
Bye-bye.
Cool. 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 Cool.
I could probably get him some experience by just letting him fight him, huh? I don't think they can significantly hurt the party.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Might go here and then do a deeper run for the next round that gets everyone. You've been assigned the level 76 quest for this guild. Tarnon approaches you excited. I actually have a mission for you that's interesting to me. He sits down at a table and motions for you to do the same. We've been looking for an item called the Ancient Scrolls of Discovery. He pauses. It's rumored that these scrolls hold many secrets to explore in the depths below. He looks across the room at another adventurer who just completed training. Of course, everyone knows that the Explorers Guild is responsible for the true mapping and reports from the depths. He then turns back to you. It's very important that we find this scroll. I looked up a few days ago and I came up blank. If you find it, I'll have to admit that your exploration abilities are rivaling mine. He then stands up. As a reward, I'm going to give you my first set of steel plate armor. It's only been worn once, and it saved my life. He walks away. I hope to see you soon. Now we have this one already. So we have already... we might be the reason he couldn't find it, because we brought it up here, and there's only one instance in the dungeon. But I'm not going to tell him that that's the reason. He can just be unhappy that he couldn't solve it. Poor guy. Doomed from the beginning. Defeated by the mechanics of the game. Should have played the game better. We got another level of cleric, and our paladin also gained a level. So we're looking pretty good this way. As you can see, if we just like cycle between like a couple of run types, we actually get everything done before it repopulates. So as you go through the game, you have to kind of like figure out different pathing, but it's not that difficult. But a little bit of strategy can keep things moving at a pretty regular pace. But that scroll of discovery would have been in the swamp. So, it would have been in a corner that you need to map the whole thing to find, probably. So, it is a fitting item for the Explorers Guild to have to get. But it is definitely true that we have advanced a little bit beyond that item being a challenge for us. So I want to go a little deeper this time too, so that's why I'm going straight through. Now I could go straight down to that forest and get most of our level, but I want to dink around on this floor a little bit too. Actually, I might just go for it. Let's get a quick one done. Actually, it's not even respond. Okay. So what we can do is see if we can walk there again. If we can, then we can poke around a little bit. So we didn't clear most of these areas at the same time, so you may have some dangerous stuff going on. But we'll deal with that as we go along. So you guys are still here. Some minor thieves. Some of the aware creatures. Not especially dangerous. Bears are always welcome. We certainly like bears. You guys aren't too bad. There we go. That's not too bad. We can fight all those enemies. Now with this knowledge, we know we can get back here, which is what I cared about. So what we can do with this is we can actually fight our way the other way. can go up a floor. We don't need to fight those, so we're not going to. Does feel good to be able to survive decently on this floor. But if we do come across more of those zebrats, my only chance of survival is to pause it quick enough to switch to casting a spell. The only one with spells strong enough probably is our dwarf.
Cool. Cool.
That brought us on a big loop. Well, we killed them after all. Okay. We could survive them. I didn't think we could survive them. I thought they'd just be really damaging. And they are. But fortunately, we do get a decent amount of healing. So, there's that. I don't think I've really talked about it, but these undead are actually a good source of magic as well. They have a tendency to drop spell tomes as much as the wizards do.
Cool.
So these are actually what they start looking like for these things. We do want some items that they drop, so we are going to try to kill them. Unfortunately, those type of monsters are the only kind that really drop artifacts. So, if you want the better artifacts, you do have to kill them.
Cool.
Potion. Oh, it's this one. Okay, I was hoping it was something fancier. Like, what do we not identify well enough to just be potion? I got excited it might be something spicier than that. Yeah, we cleared pretty good there. Let's check up here. I think we've definitely proven we can hold our own on like 13, 14 pretty decently. The undead become a little bit riskier. They are better undead at fighting us. Fortunately, we're getting close to the point where we're going to switch back to some more competitive guilds. Actually, now that I think about it, we're switching to Barbarian, which is going to be a little weaker for a while, so it's okay. We'll still be fine. We're having a side character level up. And then we'll switch back to Warrior and everything will be absolutely gravy town and we'll wonder why we had any trouble at all. Three of our characters are getting ready to pin. So that's fun. Ooh, a little bit we can map. It's been a hot minute. Let's enjoy it.
Cool.
There we go. We put our map and skills to good use again. That's right, it's actually not this high up. It's over, yep, right here. Oh, it's you guys. Oh, 6 is a lot to fight, though. We're not doing that. 4 is more reasonable.
Cool.
See, we're almost pinned with everyone. Now let's see if we can't sneak our way back out of here. Not an enemy we need to fight. Not an enemy we need to fight. We did it. We snuck back in here. Cool. And that gets us another usage level up on Thief. We have these in storage. We'll get that out in a second. We've been given the level 77 quest for Paladin. Another one I'm not really too sure about, so we'll see what this is about shortly. Johann approaches you after your training is complete. As you know, we are superior to other guilds. Our peace of mind, path of enlightenment, and clear mental focus of honor sets us aside from the others. However, since they are not on our level, we must prove it to them another way. I want you to hunt down and kill a demon known as a Kaelbion. He pauses and smiles. Slay me this demon for the impure creature that it is. Show no mercy, since it is in fact inferior to us. He begins to walk away, then turns around. I'll have something for you when you return. I think these are just down on 8 or 9. We'll have no real trouble with this. We've been given a level 54 quest for Cleric. Maya approaches you. I have just received word from a group of young clerics who were attacked by a dozen centaurs in the depths below. We lost many of the apprentices, and the council is outraged. In retaliation, we are requiring all guild members to go into the depths and kill one or more centaurs at this time. She looks at you into your eyes. Remember those who died when you bring those filthy creatures' lives to an end. You must defeat one centaur. Oh boy, we're going on a journey. Guess we gotta hunt down those two creatures. Alright, well let's finish this one at least. This one should not be too difficult. I think this is the right one. Nope, that is not the right one. Do I in fact not have this item? If not, that's going to be pretty funny. Maybe another one of my characters has that. Is it this? No, that's the blueprint. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. We did it. We got it. I knew somebody had it. Harnan approaches you with wide eyes and takes the scrolls from your hand. I can't believe it. He then looks at you and puts his hand on your shoulder. This is incredible. You found what I could not. I'm starting to feel obsolete here. He hands the scrolls to his assistant who rushes off. Excellent work. He snaps his finger. A small dwarf grunting and moaning comes out with a beautiful suit of steel plate armor that he can barely carry. May it serve you well. You take the armor from the little guy who glares at Tarnon before disappearing back into the council building. I think it's funny you made a little dwarf carry it. Congratulations for achieving the Guild Master of the Explorer Guild. So we have gained the crest of this guild. So this one has levitate on it as its main thing and a couple of stats. So it doesn't actually do too much for us, but it is nice that it levitates. Definitely not the best of the guild ones, but still. Free stats are free stats, I guess. That does mean at some point we're gonna have to go on a quest to get more of those. You know what? I'm not sure that we have resist on all of ours, so let's take a quick peek, see if this gets mined as well. Acid. Okay, so I do have all of them on this. So I guess I did turn it in for all the main guilds. Okay. So that's probably something we can keep as an extra for one of our other lists. But we like to keep all of the resistance spell books as a backup. Because you unfortunately don't know if you lose like that file. Like you can have a case where things get corrupted and you have to reset some things. Just having backups of spells is pretty useful. Alright, let's take a quick peek at a few things, see if we got anything that stands out to us. That level is very high for this. What level is the Holy Sword at? 153. This is a pretty strong weapon that only Paladin can use, so we can look forward to this in our future. So what level is this? 70? Well, we definitely passed that. Should have remembered that one, but it's okay. It's a mild improvement. Pretty sure we can wear these better boots too. Sure can. Cool. Our thief is going to get some upgrades as well. Let's scroll through that. We go straight to studded. We sure can. This just has higher overall stats without the resistance. Which we don't need because we cast for better than that anyway. Can't do that. 43. Yeah, we can switch off for this. Doesn't add damage, but you know what? Make us a better thief. That's what we want the character for anyway. So we can swap out here and get this cloak instead. It's a little better. Okay, not too shabby. They don't have anything better on this one, I believe, but take a quick peek. Maybe the boots get better. Yeah, we could do better boots. Cool. Let's go on our journey of destruction. They want us to get a few things down there. Is this a warrior one? Let us check. Yeah, it's okay. I didn't recognize it. Okay, nothing I need right now here. Cool. Let's get stacked up for our journey. So we have to kill a centaur. We have to go down a pond to Kael'mon. So you know what? We might as well go get those scrolls of discovery as well, because they're kind of on the way. We'll pick another copy up for the collection. Since we need some experience as well, let's go clear the dwarves real quick, and then we'll head down as we go. I'm sure you do want to join. Demise. We can go down here.
Cool.
Fortunately, centaurs are usually not hard to find.
Cool.
I think in an emergency case, I actually have like one in the confinement, so even if we get pinned on this journey, it's not a big problem. You're already ready to pin, huh? Okay. Fine. Okay, we cleared out the back side of here. We can do a little bit left and then head deeper. Alright, game, show me a centaur. You can do it, game.
Cool.
Can't be as fun as the red dragon, right? That one took us more than one clear. Almost.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Alright, let's go find our scrolls.
Cool.
They're right in this corner. So, now that we have them, we can go all the way back and enjoy the rest of the floor until till we find our centaur.
Cool.
There we go. Nice centaur. Alright, our last adventure to get is the Kalemeon, which is pretty much down on floor, I want to say 8? 9? I think a 9. But either way, we're on a journey. Let's go find our Kalemeon.
Cool.
I think I see your Kalemeon. We gotcha. How are we looking? Well, one more character needs to pin. We can gain enough to pin. I mean, get to level at least. You know what? I said that when we were back in this area we'd do it. Let's go map out that little corner. Let's get all of our little nitpicky nonsense done if we can. I don't want to go up the tower if I don't need to, but maybe I do. Go this way. And what I don't remember is exactly what spell this casts, because it casts a spell. Displacement. Yeah, we're never going to use that as our movement. Displacement is a bit of a nightmare. It's very easy to teleport yourself into rock, so don't do it unless you have to. Or you know exactly what you are doing.
Cool.
What I'm noticing is that there's actually no way to do too much there, but here we have some options, so we can actually map this area out a little bit more. Oh, you're gonna make me do that little nibbling corners too. Alright. And we did it. We finished mapping out that little structure. So yeah. That was exciting. I guess we could fight in the deep sea. How about we make it a little nicer and we cast this on the party. Let's see how much nicer this is. Let's clear this little lower area out.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The heck are you hiding? Yeah, so you can see it was considerably nicer. Still nowhere near enough experience to be worth coming here, but you know, we got the mapping done. We can go back. Suppose I should have put him up front a while ago, huh? Oh well. It's fine. I'd say this was a pretty successful little run, considering we had all those really weird quests to do. I did comment a few
Cool.
runs ago that I was wondering that we hadn't had any for a bit, so I guess I decided to just give them all at the same time. Why not? Hey, and I think it worked out better that way, because then we only had to do one big sidetrack one, rather than a bunch of smaller ones. Considering they were all in the same area, at least.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I couldn't even find it. I guess the snakes were too scared to fight us anyway. So we might actually be pretty close to everyone being ready to pin. That would be pretty good. Okay, good. You're pinned now, too. Fortunately, we're right here. We even managed to swing that all into a full party pin. Nice. So we've got a level 49 required quest, huh? For a thief. As you walk away from the training area, you feel the point of a dagger in your back. You quickly whirl around to see Meek, snorting and laughing. Backstab, haha, I kill you easy. You need to learn more, yes? He approaches you and hands you your weapon, which irritates you quite a bit. I give to you so you can kill another thief, yes? Skulldraggle, yes? Kill, return, I give thief sword for thee. He then hops off and barely into the darkness. This is getting to be way too much, you mutter to yourself as you walk away. Fortunately, that's not too far. That's down on 4, so we can dip down and do that. Our cleric quest gives us this. Maya approaches you with a smile. The council is very pleased. We nearly wiped out the entire centaur population. Needless to say, I do not think we will have any future problems from them. She then snaps her fingers, and an aide appears with a champion following. This champion will serve and protect you. Treat him well. He saved my life once. Oh, you better believe I am going to protect you. Have you protect me all the way into the confinement. You want a life of servitude, right? And now our paladin quest. Johann smiles as you enter his office and already has an item waiting for you. Here, you go, glorious warrior. Take this, and let those who claim to see all see nothing as you destroy them in the darkness from whence they spawned.
Cool.
So now we gained a cloak of invisibility, which we will never use because they're not that good. Awesome, that's mostly cleared out. Let's sell off our little champion friend. Bye, champion. It was nice knowing you. That's a weird trade-in. Maybe we'll actually have one join us. So Flaming Dragon you can't normally get. So if it's offering to give me one, I might consider keeping an eye out for that particular trade. Let's go get our Skull Draggle. We'll hop back to town and sort things out. What is interesting is we almost don't have to worry about pits anymore because we regenerate with our Amulet of Health. But obviously that's not the real policy. We'll keep doing things, so. We do need a Skull Draggle, and that's all I really came here for. There we go. We did it. Let's go turn this bad Larry in. You tiptoe into the guild hall and report on your success of your quest, hoping against hope that you'll be able to sneak out unnoticed. As you are leaving the guild hall, you catch a glimpse of a sword flying through the air out of the corner of your eye and jump into it back a split second before it embeds itself in the wall not more than an inch from your head. Catch! You hear Meek yell, followed by the patter of feet running off. You're still trying to slow your skipping heart down.
Cool.
What a fun friend. At least that was pretty quick. I'll give it that. Alright, let's switch our friend out. Let's bring our magic man in. You like spells, I hear. And let's see which of these are needed in the bank. So we can use one of the mines. We already have displacement. Alright. Sorcerer, cleric, and warrior. So we can check sorcerer and warlock. But our best bet for doing that would be when we return. So let's that. Let us ask our sticky fingers in so we can clear out those couple of cursed items that we have over to them. Just to get those kicking out of our inventory. So we'll get one of the sashes. One of these hammers and one of these. There we go. Goodbye, sticky fingers. Let us bring over our friend again. I hear you can join guilds we want to add stuff to. First of all, let's put away our thing right there. Sure, let's go on a guild journey. I heard you like sorcerer, so we already know that in sorcerer. I think we also know it in warlock, but let us make sure. Yep. Cool. Now we have to put literally everything back on, but it's okay. So our cleric only needs 4 more levels, and then they will be ready to switch off cleric. Our explorer is truly ready for that adventure. We jumped past a little bit, but it's okay. we can go ahead and go back to Barbarian. We're going to take a minor hit to our usable items, but that will not last super long. So we can't use our crest anymore. That's fine. Can we use this? We cannot currently use this. That's okay. You also can't currently use that. Or this. Or this. Or this. Or this. Okay, so we are going to restock up on what we can wear. So these guys can wear these instead. It's not quite as good as the other one, but it's gonna be okay. Now we can get our boots back. Cool. So we are now kitted out for running our dungeon again as a barbarian this time. So our first level will take a decent amount and then it'll move faster from there again. And this will let us get more backstabs and stuff. So that'll feel nice in the long run. It'll increase our danger level. Now it is worth noting that our elf is actually not going to be able to get backstabs, so that is something to keep in mind. Yep, looks like that is definitely the case. Oh well. We will be okay. Let's see what's kicking out in the tavern. Nothing we currently need. Okay. Awesome. Well, this is where we're going to cut off on this stream. Thank you anyone that has been following along. I hope you guys have a lovely evening and take care.